When you are alone, you can feel one of two things: loneliness or solitude. They both are very different from each other, and which feeling you experience largely depends on your perspective. Most of us are afraid to be alone. We crave the company of others, whether that's our friends, family, or even random strangers who cross our path. We're afraid of being alone because we have yet to fully experience the joy and peace of solitude. Instead, we feel sad and unhappy at the fact that no one is with us. We might feel abandonment or even a lack of love, and some of us go on to develop depression or worse during these times of isolation. We forget that no matter how alone we are, there is always God by our side. His presence can be felt in even the remotest places or most isolated situations. And that is why I say that it's all about perspective when it comes to feeling either loneliness or solitude whenever we are alone. Like most people, I often struggled with being alone. It was such an out-of-place feeling that made me so unhappy and uncomfortable. I desperately tried to keep myself busy with whatever I could do just so that I could stop thinking about how lonely I was. But no matter what I did, nothing truly worked. My mind just kept spinning, my emotions were all over the place, and I never got to reap the benefits of being alone. That is, until I discovered why I felt so lonely in the first place. After much introspection and spiritual growth, I realized that I had completely ignored and forgotten about God. He was just an external fleeting presence in my life, I thought, rather than the central focal point through which everything happens. I was so lost in my world that I hadn't even bothered including God in the life I was living, in the life that He created. But when I started to sense His presence in every moment of my life and in every single thing I was doing, I learned that I was truly never alone. Even if I had forgotten Him, He had never forgotten me. Even if I had abandoned Him, He had never abandoned me. And this understanding blew my mind away. Now, I don't want to say that I never felt lonely again, but after developing this insight, I definitely began to feel more peaceful and in control of my emotions whenever I was alone. As time went on, I actually sought out alone time and found that it was really strengthening my connection with God and helping me discover my true identity and purpose in life. Today, I appreciate every single minute that I am alone because I view it as a sacred time of solitude, connection, healing, and growth. Of course, I still enjoy spending time with others from time to time, but nothing feeds my soul as much as being alone and being in the company of God. To paraphrase a beautiful quote I once heard, God has taken everyone away so that you can spend more time with Him. And that is how I now view aloneness. Not as abandonment or loneliness, but as connection. Developing a real, deep, and genuine connection with the greatest of friends and companions. I share my story not to give you an exact blueprint that you have to follow when trying to find yourself, but rather to provide some inspiration that can help you pave your own path of self-discovery. You know, some of us are more extroverted and prefer spending a lot of time with people. Others, like myself, are more introverted and prefer spending time alone. Regardless of where you fall on that spectrum, however, there is always a benefit to experiencing solitude. There is nothing quite like it. When you can enter that quiet and peaceful space, your mind just naturally starts to slow down. You can begin to feel the aliveness of your soul vibrating throughout your body. And you may even experience moments of deep intuition or divine wisdom that can help unveil the mysteries of who you really are. At the very least, you will no longer feel sad or empty when alone. Instead, you will cherish these peaceful little moments, as they provide rare opportunities to travel within and connect with your true self, your soul. So I hope you found this video inspiring and helpful as you travel further on your spiritual journey and come to appreciate more the joys and benefits of solitude. You don't have to leave this world behind to experience an intimate connection with God. You don't have to be a monk. You don't have to travel to a remote mountaintop. You just have to try to remember Him as much and as best as you can, knowing that one only truly speaks with God whenever alone. When you are not distracted by others, when you are not distracted by the endless thoughts in your mind, you can focus entirely on entering your heart and resting with God. So thank you for watching, and please don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this video. You know, I say it often, but your support really does help, and it helps me keep on going, and for that I am always grateful. But until we meet again next time, I just want to wish you incredible peace and joy in the quiet times ahead when you feel most alone. Truly, there is no better time to connect with God, and no better time to find yourself.